Hi everybody, it's Jean-Marie. I have all my jewelry sets here together from the December 2024 bargain bead box. I'm going to do a little tutorial, well not tutorial, a little video showing you what I made and telling you a little bit about it. I call it my show and tell. So here are a couple of the pieces that I made. And some more here. And a few more here. And a few pairs of earrings and bracelets. What a pretty box it was this month. That icy blue theme that they had going. So a few of these two bracelets I did do a tutorial on. Both of these necklaces and earrings I did a tutorial on. This necklace and the one in behind it here I did a tutorial on. I think I did a tutorial on just about everything. Just a few earrings, I guess, is the only thing I didn't. That would be... have everything set up on my fireplace, so... That would be this one, which I did not do a tutorial on. I did, however, do these dangled version in my tutorial. This one is a stud version. And then these two pairs of earrings right here that I made to match the bracelets afterwards. Just use up the rest of my beads and kind of give them something to go with. So yeah, so I'll take everything off and show you it individually and walk you through my process. This one here, which was the one made with those interesting little links that we received, and those of you who watched my tutorial already know how I put this together, but I just used a head pin and our pretty chevron bead here, a couple of our little silver beads, and the link as my focal. And then I think I got it twisted here, but and then I went up off both sides of that link here with jump rings and a couple more little links that I made with them. Two of those links again, the same as the one here at the middle. And then I just beaded up a short section using the opalite beads and the rondelles that we received. I did add these dark blue beads from my own stash just to give it a little more color and bring out the color of the chevron beads. So I just did a couple little sets of that, and then I finished it off with chain. Trying to get my camera to focus on it, but it does not want to. There we go. That's better. And again, the links. And the focal in the center. And that was it for that one. I finished it off with a lobster clasp, section of chain. This is a fairly long necklace, and I wanted it that way intentionally so I can probably at some point in time second ring, like add one of the other necklaces that I made in the center, but made it so that they could be worn separately should I choose to want to wear it separately. So there's that one. I did make a pair of dangle earrings for it in the tutorial. These are a pair of ear wires that I made myself, just simple little French ear hooks. A 20 gauge that I hammered and then rounded the tips off of. Again, used one of the links from the box and another one of the little chevron connectors, keeping it real simple. But in addition to that, I decided I was going to make a pair of them in stud as well. kind of an either or situation. So to get these off the ear rack. And so these ones I glued a flat ear stud to right in the middle. I glued one of the stones from our box right in the center of that. And again, just hung the same component with the chevron. Well, I think it's a little fancier than the hanging one, a little bit. Not a whole lot, I guess. It's basically the same earring. It's just that it's a stud with the little stone added in the center here. But I like them both very much. I think they're really pretty. And I think that either one of them could be worn with just about any part of this box set. So it doesn't really necessarily have to be one or the other. Okay, so that's set number 1. Set number 2 is using the links as necklace pieces as my focal. Not links, I'm sorry, my clasps, the closures. Let's get this hanging correctly here. Get it backwards and all kinds of stuff here. Alright. So we used a lot of the chip beads in this one to make this nice little chip bead cluster. I did end up hanging about 5 links of chain here. When I originally made it in the tutorial, I had this up here, and I found that the beads were fighting each other. So I did add a little bit of chain just to get some more drape. I think it looks better. This is using the cylinder beads that we received. It's really, really pretty blue lace agate cylinder beads. As I said, I used the links as a component, and I just wired those closed and used them as a component in here. And I hung that pretty blue lace point that we received into that. Just like that. So there's that necklace. And on this one I just did yep, a toggle closure. Something I had in my stash. I think I used this one a couple of times on a few of the necklaces. I have a few of them in my stash, so I used them up on this. So I'm going to move that one and bring out the earrings for that. The earrings are a hanging earring, and I used I used the other part of the toggle, the loop part of the toggle. That would be this piece. And then just hung a small cluster from that and put an ear wire on it. I was thinking as I was making them, though, that looks like a sailboat to me. I should have saved it for summertime and made some summer jewelry with it, because it does look like a little sailboat. But anyway, there's the earrings for that one. And then the next set is also using chip beads. And I have a couple little snowflakes added to this one. These are laser cut snowflake pieces that were in my stash from the Bargain Bead Box, the Bead Box Bargains, Bargain Bead Box sister store. So I had these little laser cut snowflake, which I thought looked real pretty with just this whole strand being chip beads, and made matching earrings to go with it with a little bit smaller laser cut snowflakes. Get it done dangle. So there's that. And the necklace. having a hard time getting it to focus. All right. And on this one as well, I just added a toggle clasp from my stash. So there's that set. And moving on to my fourth set. This one I used a pendant piece from my own stash. This pretty little pendant piece here. I took our tiny little blue lace chip bead, not chip beads, rondelle beads, faceted crystal beads, whatever they're called. Our tiny little beads. And I just wire wrapped them right to this. They already had holes in here, so it made it perfect for me to weave that through. I used, again, the opalescent beads and the 6mm rondelles. Some bead caps. And I kept it pretty simple. It's just the same pattern all the way up. And then I finished it off with some chain and this little heart toggle clasp that I had in my own stash, my own supplies. There's that. And I made earrings to go with it. These are a post earring. And again, the post is just glued to a little snowflake charm. And I hung the earring section from that. I have two, but the other one is with another set because it could be worn with either one of the sets. So I wanted to put one with this one and one with the next one. They're pretty. Alright, so the next set has the other earring. And I made a bracelet to go with this one. And there's the other earring. So this one is, again, using a little snowflake charm. This snowflake charm kind of, it was almost like a little pendant piece. It had like a little bail on it. So I made a ring with 18 gauge wire. I beaded it up, and I just realized now that I went off on my beading. I missed my white one there. Oh well. Yeah, but I just glued my wire right inside the uh-oh, looks like it's actually coming apart. I might have to reglue it. But anyway, excuse me. So this is the pattern of the chain portion. Again, I used that same toggle as I used before. The second earring. And then I decided that I really liked this portion of the necklace, so I decided to do a bracelet to match. And again, I used the same toggle, and I just added another little snowflake charm to it. And there's that. So, bracelet. And the necklace. And again, that earring. All right. Now moving on to set number 5. This one is a necklace and earrings made to look like a little snowflake using beads from the box and doing a little wire weaving. Get that to move. There we go. Again, I took the chevron beads the 6mm rondelles, the little tiny faceted rondelles, and I just wire wove this little pendant, and I put it on some Coriana chain and did a very simple little floating bead work section. This is another necklace that is quite long. This one I did put on the actual toggle that came with this box. Which I've got now slid down. There we go. So, yeah. So there's that. Which I think came out really pretty. I'm really happy with this one. So I'm going to put that aside, and I'll show you the earrings that I made to go with it. So these earrings are just using the 6mm and the little 3mm. And again, I went around that same clear bead that I did with the other one, making it a little bit of a smaller design, but very similar to the necklace part. And then I put the chevron bead at the top. And that is the earrings to that one. Okay, so that just brings us down to my last two, which are bracelet and earring combos. The bracelet is from the tutorial that I ended up having to remake. So it has just been posted recently, and probably a lot of you have not seen it yet, or have just seen it. But I had this pretty little flower toggle. I did a beaded band with the purple beads and the little silver beads, and just put the toggle on the end of it to make this really cute little bracelet. And my earrings just hit the floor, so I need to grab them. Okay, so these are very, very simple. They're just a ball head pin, one of the purple beads, a cone bead that I had in my own stash, and then one of the little silver beads from the box. And I just did a simple loop. No, I did a wrapped loop, sorry. And an ear wire. So this is very, very simple pair of earrings, but they're really pretty. They have a lot of flash, a lot of shine, and they complement the bracelet nicely. Put them in this hand, I guess. My ring's not what it's focusing on. So we have that and the bracelet with it. And that leaves us with the last bracelet, which is the one that I had to redo the video for. If you know, you know. And that is this linked one, where I created the loops, wired the bead on, and clipped them together. And on this one, I just used a lobster clasp, keeping the clasping very simple. And then I made another pair of earrings, very similar to the other pair. Pretty much exactly the same as the other pair, just different beads. Again, I used the ball head pin, and I used one of the Malaysian jade beads, same bead cone, and then just a little blue crystal bead that I used in that necklace that I showed you with the, yeah, with the chevron beads that I added little blue crystal beads to. So I did a pair of earrings to go with this bracelet as well. And that's that one. Okay, so all in total I made what's the other one? 2, 3, 3 bracelets. Made 1. Excuse me. Oops. And move them out of the way when I just put them back there. Okay, 3 bracelets. I made 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's go to that one. There's 6, 7, 8 pairs of earrings, but for some reason I can't find the other one of these. Oh, there it is. Hiding. So there's 8 pairs of earrings, 3 bracelets, and 1, 2, 3. I think I'm going to fit them all in here. 4. 5. See if I can get one more in there. And 6 necklaces. Whoops. Bumping and banging. So there you have it. What did I say? 8 pairs of earrings, 6 necklaces, and 3 bracelets. So there is my complete set, complete pieces for the December 2024 bargain bead box. Bring on 2025. So my next tutorials will be using the January 2025 bargain bead box, and honestly I can't wait to get into that. I have actually a couple, 2, 3 different designs already laid out, so we will be getting to that one very soon. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I do appreciate it very, very much. You guys are what keep me going. I wouldn't be here if you guys didn't support me, and I appreciate it very, very, very much. So give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share. If you know anybody else out there that might like to see this, share it with them. Yeah, so help me keep my channel going, guys. Thank you so much, everyone. Love you.